Hello and welcome in What's Up Droid, our new series dedicated to Android platform. In today's video, we will share the news from October dedicated to the Android. So let's start. I think the most important news is that we have new Android, which is Android 12, which introduced Material You, which allow us to update colors in our apps according to the user's wallpaper, so we can make our apps more personal. Of course, it provides some additional guidelines for the apps, so it's good to consider to follow them if we are targeting Android 12. Also, this system provides the privacy dashboard, which you can see on the second screen from the left, which shows when and which application was using location, camera, mic, and any other services which require permission in Android. Also, when we are targeting Android 12, there is some additional intent which we can address to show the information for which purpose we were using this service during that time. And to be honest, I expect that support for this will be quite soon mandatory from the privacy perspective for Android apps. Also, we have a lot of different changes. The most important, in my opinion, is the change in device location permission, because right now user can also define if he provides the precise location or approximate one. And to be honest, the approximate one is a little bit challenging for us developers, because the area is quite huge, and for example, for me it shows totally different neighborhood, which means that when I'm using app which shows the nearest shop, it shows totally different shop than I expect. Also, apps like Uber, etc. will not work with this setting. So we should remember that right now user can define it. Microphone and camera indicators are also something which can cause that user will back to us with some questions, because right now user can see when the app is using the camera or mic in the top right corner of our screen. And it is even shown when you are using assistant, which is logical, but generally in each case we can see this indicator. The toggles, which are now in system settings, which allow us to turn off mic and camera for all apps at once. So generally, we should see the system dialog which present the information that camera or mic is turned off for all of the apps. But in some cases, I don't see this dialog. So please remember that there can be additional issue from your users if they turn off the camera or mic for your app. Clipboard read notification, also something which affects the existing apps. This is maybe not popular case that we are reading the clipboard, but come on, if we are thinking even about the security and we clean the clipboard when user leave our application, we will be listed there that we are doing something with the clipboard. Also, other changes like app splash screens, keygen changes are quite important for us, but I will cover them in more details way in the next video, which you can expect somewhere next week. As we are talking about Android apps, the good news for us is that Windows 11 will allow users to run the Android applications on the desktops and any other devices which are using Windows 11. What is important, the apps will be available via Amazon App Store, which is maybe not popular for our developers, but it's good to consider it now and target it, because then we can be visible also in this huge desktop market, which includes desktop computers, laptops, some kind of tablets, etc. So I really recommend you to review how much work is required for you to support the Amazon App Store, because there we don't have the Google Play services. So we need to use the Amazon solution for that. And in most of the cases, this is not a lot of work. Also, good news for us is that Google released the new Pixel devices. The Pixel is the standard one and the Pro version. Of course, the Pro is bigger. It has 6.71 inch LTPO screen with dynamic resolution with between 10 and 120 Hz. So for sure this rate is quite good, but it's dynamic to reduce the battery consumption, of course. And the standard version is not much smaller because it's 6.4 inch AMOLED. Also, what is important to mention, that we have totally new chipsets which are dedicated for tensor. So all machine learning stuff, etc., should work much faster on the newest devices. From the support perspective, Google promised to support 4 minor updates and also 5 years of security updates for these devices. So it's also good news. Quite interesting fact is, of course, that the device has new camera, which is for sure awesome from perimeter perspective, but this time the camera is provided by Samsung, not Sony as previously, so it can be some difference in the quality, of course, because Sony has much more experience in camera world than Samsung. But I hope that most of you will not see any bad behaviors because of that. Of course, as we are talking about the Android world, we should mention the new Android Canary version, Chipmunk, which provides automated test devices, which is new way for us to test our application in Android ecosystem. These types of devices, comparing to the emulator, are quite limited because first, they don't have the most popular apps which we have in the emulator, like Maps, Chrome, etc. They also don't have the system UI, but this causes that the automated test device work much faster than the emulator. So for testing purpose, where we are testing only our application, they are awesome from the performance perspective. Everything we can configure in Gradle and define which API, which type of devices we should support, as you can see on the screen. So for sure, this is something which you should consider for testing of your application. Another big news is that the Kotlin had some event during which they announced that Kotlin multi-platform will go beta in spring 2022. So with this beta version, we will get new memory management approach, which should solve a lot of problems on iOS, and also a lot of smaller features for Kotlin to make our work much more productive. Kotlin K2 compiler was also announced, which speed up the development for new language features, and some interesting tools like Docker for documentation generation tool is now with Kotlin 1.6. Quadona, a code quality monitoring tool dedicated for your CI/CD. So everything which you get in Android Studio regarding your Kotlin code will be now available also with this in this nice platform in your CI/CD. And Cover, which is a great plugin that measure code coverage for Kotlin code. And that's all from my side. I hope it was quite interesting for you, waiting for your feedback. So thank you very much, and of course visit our page mobilepeople.news. Have a nice day and bye!